Good morning, everybody. How we doing this morning? I am in my night clothes. I am comfortable, so please excuse what I'm wearing, but I'm comfortable, so I'm going to stay in my nightgown. Heavenly Father, bring me peace. Heavenly Father, bring me peace. I have to worship with the Heavenly Father this morning because this sermon right here is very heavy for me. Heavenly Father, bring me peace. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. Peace. Woo, Heavenly Father, universal earthly mother of nature, I just come this morning to say thank you for your strength, your armor. Thank you for your healing, your rebirth. Thank you for your resurrection, your rejuvenation. Thank you for your restoration here this morning. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. There is peace in your name. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. There is joy in your name. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. There is love. There is love. There is love in your name. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. There is praise in your name. Heavenly Father, bring me your peace. 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 Peace. You know, a lot of people handle their pains and their hurts and their despairs and their depressions differently. We're all on different time slots and different frequencies, and we're on different orbits and different realms and different dimensions. They have outlets that they offer in the world for you to use when things come in your life that, how can I state that? When things come in your life that is not just, we'll put it that way. But when you can look at a injustice in your life, when you can honestly take a look at an injustice in your life, and when you can boldly say, without hesitation, you did nothing wrong, you were innocent, all you did was the best, all you did was right, all you did was work extra hard. And then a person who cannot heal, a person who cannot survive, a person who will not understand, a person who states what they did was justified, a person who never addressed the issue. But the issue in their life was taken out on not just me, other innocent people on this planet. And they felt as though it was justified. Why? Because they hurt. So they wanted other people to hurt because they hurt. Now, the person could have addressed it. They could have addressed it. It could have been rectified. A simple conversation, a disciplined time in their life to address it. But they chose not to. They chose, since I hurt, I'm going to hurt other people. And I have a right to hurt other people because I hurt. I'm just going to tell it from my point of view, from what I seen. This was done to other people. Let's see if the person's in the room. Let's start there. Archangel Michael, are we good, brother? Thank you. Heavenly Father, the person that I'm talking about, are they in the room right now looking at me or listening to me? Can you go towards the screen if they're in this room? Thank you, Heavenly Father. You are here. You're here watching me right now. I can tell you what's going on in your life. You're very afraid right now. Okay. Right now you're crying because you realize what you did was wrong. You're also dying currently. You have an illness you can't get rid of and you're dying. Let me start here. I am going to take a bold stand here today and apologize to everybody on this person's behalf. Not on my behalf because I didn't do nothing wrong, but I'm going to apologize on this person's behalf. And when I just said that statement, the person that's in the room knows I'm talking about them because they feel guilty and they're crying. And also because they're dying. This person who hurt a lot of innocent people, this person knew who I was. They knew I was the Messiah. They knew it. This person is a bully. You know, brothers and sisters, I was supposed to come on yesterday to do another sermon, right? But the Heavenly Father said, no. Sit down. Take some deep breaths. All of you know how my mind works. It is always going and going and going and going. So yesterday, the Heavenly Father said, just don't do the sermon, just relax. So I'm relaxing and I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, I'm going all the way back. I'm like, wait a minute. When did all these attacks start coming in? Even though they all failed, they did not take me out. And thank God it didn't take me out, because if it took me out, a lot of people would not be living right now. And I'm just being honest with you. But I'm going to tell you something. The Heavenly Father even had grace over you that you're still living, because He's seen where it came from. He's seen how you were set up. The bully knew I was the Messiah. The bully knew I was the earth angel chosen one. But because the bully hurt, because the bully recognized if they had people come after me, they would suffer in their life. And they did it on purpose because they hurt. They wanted to hurt everybody else. I had to sit down for a minute. I had to investigate my whole life. Because I'm thinking, wait a minute. I see some parts to the puzzle. I seen what some people was cruel. But then at a point in my life, it escalated the cruelty escalated. So I said, wait a minute. I understand what was done in my childhood, and some of it was done in my adulthood. But then it escalated. So I'm like, wait a minute. In order for somebody to do that, right? I'm thinking, in order for somebody to make moves like that in my life, that has to be somebody that's close to me. It has to be somebody that knows what's going on in my life. My family was not in my life, so they couldn't see the relationship. So this had to be somebody, right, that was close to me, that knew what was going on. It couldn't be the neighbors because the neighbors is not in my house. It couldn't be the community because the community is not in my house. It couldn't be my friends because the friends is not in my house. It couldn't be my job because they not in my house. It couldn't be the coworkers because they not in my house. It had to be somebody that knew the inside. And as all of you know, I'm very private. I'm very private. I don't have people in my home like that. So I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, how could they know about this friendship? How could they know about that relationship? How could they know about my job? How could they know about my supervisor? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, wait a minute. How could they even know where I work? The person's really crying now because they know I'm exposing them. You're embarrassed because you watching this, you watched every sermon just to see if I figured it all out. And I'm here today to tell you I did. And let me say this, brothers and sisters, if I was not healed 1000% here today, this would have sent me over the edge. This would have gave me a nervous breakdown. This would have sent me into a mental institution. Because if I was to go tell people who the person was, they would be like, there's absolutely no way that they would do that to you. No way. But they did. And let me say this. If the person that I'm exposing here that's watching me crying right now, big time, if the person came and told y'all lies, you would jump on the hate train. You would. Without hesitation, you would. You would jump on it. You would do everything you could to try to take me off this planet. You would hire everybody you could to try to take me off of this planet. I'm thinking hard. I'm like, wait a minute. They come in between every one of my relationships, my friendships, my co-workers. That's somebody that has insight. That's somebody that's keeping track of the moves. How did they know my job? How did they cause controversy on my job? Oh, my Lord. Heavenly Father. This has been going on for years. When I tell you, I'm thinking the family came between the relationships in my life, right? But the family did what they did because the person lied. The friends attacked because the person lied. The co-workers attacked because the person lied. Every relationship with a male ended because the person lied. I'm sitting up here like, Heavenly Father, universal earthly mother nature, I come to say thank you that I did not lose my life. It made sense to me why there's sex traffickers on my street watching me. It made sense to me why I had stalkers driving up and down the street looking at my home. It made sense to me why people were cyberbullying. It made sense to me why smear campaigns, defamation of character was taking place on the internet in regards to my name. It made sense to me why the police departments at the time was ignoring my complaints. It made sense to me why my mail went missing. People was trying to find every single way of affecting my life because of this one person's lies. One person got everybody involved because they hurt. You a big baby. You're not a man. You're a big baby. What you did was because you hurt. And what everybody didn't know, this goes for everybody because everybody jumped on a hate train. But what everybody didn't know was all of you was being bullied. Unbeknown to you, the person bullied you. The person tricked you. The person lied to you. The person manipulated you. And for me, right, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. But I'm just blown away by who the person is. When I tell you I'm blown away. The person knew if you came after me, you would be disciplined. So the person set everybody up, manipulated everybody, lied to everybody, just to make sure they hurt the bully. When I sit here, listen to me. When I sit here and I see how many people this escalated out into the world that made them hate me, it made them completely hate me because of this person, because of the lies from this person. And listen to me, believe me, I understand why you jumped. I understand why you leaped. I understand why you ain't take a step back, because if somebody came to me that was as close to me and said to me, such and such did this and this and this and this, and I was treated this way and this way and this way, and I didn't get this, and this, and I watched this, and this, and the people's in danger here and here and here, and I witnessed this, and this is what's taking place there, and this is how they're getting treated. Listen to me. I understand. I completely understand why everybody jumped. You're still here and you're still crying. Right now, you're dying. Right now, you have full blown AIDS and you're scared. And right now, you know for a fact I can heal you 100%. You know that. Guilt is eating you up from the inside out because of what you did. It's eating you up. You so bad want to come talk to me. You so bad want to come apologize to me for what you've done for years. When I tell you this person went above and beyond to make sure I lost my life. This person created numerous accounts. This person has credit cards with my name on it. This person sent letters to hate groups with my picture on it, with words I never even mentioned out of my life. That's what this person did. This person set up dating websites, put my pictures on it. And listen, some of the things that they listed that I would do with men, I can't even mention it. This explains why I had different men come by my home looking at my address. The person put my address on there. The person had men come driving by my home stating I was promiscuous, stating things I would do I never did in my life, would never do in my life. People on motorcycles. Oh my God. They got motorcycle gangs involved, hate groups involved. They pulled in cults and covens. They even told them lies and got them involved in secret society. That is exactly why I expose your secrets, because the person, when they came and lied to you, right? They brought all your energy in. That's how I expose your secrets. You believe them too. We have dark practitioners, magicians, voodoo priests. This person told people things and people ran to get dark practitioners. They ran to hire witches and warlocks and dark practitioners and magicians and illusionists. They really wanted me hurt. When I tell you they tried to issue karma, they're wondering, why am I not going through it in my life? Why am I still standing? Why am I not sick? So many sick spells were sent into my life. Why am I not sick? Why did I not get in an accident yet? Why am I not dead? The person spread the lies. I'm wondering to myself, I'm the Messiah. I recognize things right away. When I step into a person's energy, I can directly feel what they're stating. I don't need you to tell me. I can feel it. I can hear it and I can see it. What you're thinking. And I'm like, wait a minute. Things was going well. When I was on this job, I was having fun with people. We got along fine. Things was great. We would laugh, right? Play with the children. Everything was going fine. And then it changed. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Somebody had to contact the environment I worked in. So yesterday, I'm sitting here and I'm like, wait a minute, let me bring in a piece of the puzzle from this, the piece of the puzzle from that, the piece of the puzzle from that, the piece of the puzzle from that, the piece of the puzzle from that. the piece of the puzzle from that and that and that and that. And I'm bringing all the pieces together. And I said, oh my God, no. I said, Heavenly Father, no. You have got to be kidding me. But you know what I recognize? When I finally figured out who started the whole thing for years. You know what really got me? I didn't shed one tear. Not one. Not one tear fell. Do you know when a person chooses to hurt you and you recognize, I'm talking about my mind, right? My heart, my spirit, all the way down into my soul. When you recognize that you're innocent and you didn't do nothing wrong, that says a lot. That says an awful lot. When you finally figure out who it is and you don't shed one tear because you know for a fact how good you was to that person. You know for a fact you was overly good. You know for a fact you sacrificed a lot of things in life for that person. You know you was good. Listen, you know when you was excellent to that person. So when they finally brought the name to me, not one tear fell. And you know what? I thank the Heavenly Father and the universal earthly mother of nature, even though everybody else that came against me saw me as guilty, placed me under harsh judgment. The kingdom parents knew I was innocent. The kingdom parents knew I wasn't guilty. The kingdom parents said no judgment for you. And they fought my battles. They won all of the wars. They blocked every single attack. And no matter what came in my life, they made sure they sustained me. They maintained me. They never let me fall because they knew I did nothing wrong. But the person went out in the world. When I say they went out in the world to do everything they could to end my life in every kind of way. Let me tell you what happened. There was a particular male who got into a relationship with a female. Soon as I stepped into the male's energy, I said to the male, that person's a witch. I would not trust her. She's putting stuff in your food. She's placing black magic and hoodoo over you. She placed a love spell, a sex spell. Do not eat no more of her food. Excuse me. This is what I told the male. Stay away from her. She's trying to manipulate your energy. She's wearing a mask where you cannot see her. The male got mad at me. They got pissed off. And they didn't believe me at all. I told them she's a witch. They ain't believe me. As a matter of fact, they got mad at me for telling them. They didn't think it was my right to let them know about her. I thought I was helping them. They thought I was not. I told them to get away from her. She is not for your highest good. I can see her clearly. I can feel her in your energy. And I'm telling you, face to face, don't eat no more of her food. Don't drink nothing from her because she's putting stuff in your food and your drink. She's placing magic over you. That's the only reason why you're in a relationship with her. Get away from her. This is what I'm telling him, y'all. As God is my witness. Heavenly Father, did I warn this person about this female? If I did, Heavenly Father, go towards the screen. I was trying to protect him like I protect everybody else on this planet. I gave him the warnings because as soon as he stepped in my energy, I could smell her. I could feel her. I recognized the toxicity in her. I seen the black magic in her energy. I seen her witchery and trickery in his energy. You know, he had sex with her. So she was in his energy. And I told him, that's a no. Get away from that. I told him, somebody sent her into your life on purpose just to mess with your mind. This is what I told him, y'all. They paid this female to come into your life. She's putting stuff in your food and drink. And I told him, don't sleep with her. Don't have sex with her. I told him, y'all, don't lay down with this female. That's what I did. Because she's a witch. And if you lay down and have sex with her, she's going to bind you. He came in my energy. I already know he had sex with her. I told him she is not of your highest good. She's a witch. The only reason you had sex with her is because she put you under sex magic. She put a lust demon on herself. You don't want to sleep with her. Get away from her. Clear out your energy so you can start cutting out the black magic, the lust spell, the love spell, the sex magic spell, the glamour spell, the manipulation spell. This is what I told him. And I said to him, they sent this female into your life. They paid her. He ain't believe me. He had sex with her anyway. And when he had sex with her, she gave him AIDS. And the people that sent her into his life knew she had AIDS. And they wanted to infect him on purpose. When he found out he had AIDS, He decided, since he hurt, he's going to hurt everybody else. He decided, since he has AIDS, now he's going to bully everybody else. Starting with the person that told him from the beginning, before he had sex with her, to detach himself from her completely, because he started laughing. I said, she has you under black magic. He started laughing. She has you under her spells. He said, I didn't know what I was talking about. Now she gave him AIDS. The person that sent the female into him, his life, knew that would hurt me. That's why they did it. So he took his hurt. He became a bully. He started recruiting haters for me because of his pain. He's watching right now. He knows for a fact I can heal him from AIDS 100%. He's crying behind the screen because he knows I'm exposing him. So our sermon today is about bullying. Let's see how many people he bullied behind the scenes. Unbeknown to you, he recruited you with lies. Heavenly Father, can you give me their number, the amount of people behind the scenes that he recruited to hate me? Are we going to hundreds, Heavenly Father? Thank you. Okay, here we go. This is the number of people that he brought in on the hate train, that he lied, he bullied. 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You should be ashamed of yourself. Over 2,000 people this mail went out and recruited. Told lies. When I say the lies he told, when I say the lies he told, this is what gets me. People have known me for years. They know my character. They know my heart. They know my spirit. But they did not know that this person is gifted and this person used black magic over all of them. He placed illusions over 2,000 people. I'm sitting here yesterday with the Kingdom parents and they bringing all the pieces together and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. If you knew all the sacrifices I did for this person, if you knew everything I did for this person, you would not believe. This person did all of this for years. I'm not talking about 1 year. I'm talking about years behind the scenes. Years. And it magnified. This was a baby. This was a big grown ass man baby. This person, every time they needed money, listen to me, I would not even pay my bills. I would help them out. Every time they needed money, I dropped everything I was doing in life. Every time they called for help, I stop everything I'm doing and be right there. Every time. Every time. When I tell you, I gave this person a lot of money, it's an understatement. But that's just who I am. And then, y'all, I'm sitting here yesterday, right? And I'm talking to the Kingdom parents. And they showed me every time this person asked me for a large amount of money and I gave it to them, the reasons they told me was lies. Do y'all understand what I'm saying here today? I put my bills on hold. If the person said I need $1,500, y'all, I gave it to them. If the person said I needed food, I would go shopping and fill up their home with food. Whatever they needed, I gave it to them. I sit here and I think the many times that I didn't pay my own bills because the bill money, because of the emergencies that I was told, I believed it and I gave them the money. I said to the person, when you're able, I need that money back. I took money out of my emergency funds for this person to help them out. And they turn around and they recruit over 2,000 haters. They had all kinds of accounts. Every way they could defame my character online, they did it. They did it on dating websites. They sent my name, my address, my picture to hate organizations for African Americans. They went to Coats and Covens and lied. Then it got out to the friends. Then it got out to the co-workers. Then it got out to the community. As this person sat back and watched everything take place, knowing the whole entire time they were lying. They put it out, let it spread, let it maximize into the world, even on the dark web, to the authorities, to the post office. Every male relationship, even the people that I fell in love with, this person found a way. They found a way. They made sure the person seeing stuff on the internet, lies. They had other people do their dirty work, smear campaigns, hate trains, spread rumors. And they sat back and watched it all take place. And now they're sick. The same female that I warned them about gave them full-blown AIDS. So they got mad. They became enraged, pissed off. They said, since I have full-blown AIDS, I'm going to hurt other people. I'm going to bully other people because of my pain. I'm a nurse. We know exactly when a person has AIDS. I looked at the person and I said, this person has AIDS. I didn't need him to tell me. I seen it. So he became enraged. And he decided, since I hurt, I'm going to make the person hurt who warned me about this female. I'm going to make sure the people hurt that I recruited. Because he knew I was an earth angel, chosen one. So he knew they would get disciplined. So he recruited them, over 2,000 people, suffering right now because of what he did. But he didn't stop at me. He didn't. He went and made more accounts. Excuse me. He went and targeted more people. He went and did the same thing. He took their pictures. He put it on a letter. And he sent it out to hate groups. He spread lies and rumors on a computer, the internet, about them. He cyberbullied them. He had them stalked. The person, his targets, his victims never knew where it was coming from. They don't even know him. He just decided to target them because he hurt. He wanted them to hurt. He wanted people to come against them. He wanted people to attack them. I'm curious, Heavenly Father, Universal Earthly Mother Nature. I want to know how many people he actually repeated what he did to me. How many other people did he bully this way? Y'all have to excuse me. I'm going through ascension symptoms today. Heavenly Father, I want to know how many other people he did this to. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 people. You're still here crying. You did this to 35 innocent people. Well, 36 with me. You did this to 36 people. You bullied 36 people and they did absolutely nothing to you, just like I didn't. 36 people. Because you was careless, because you didn't put on a condom, because you caught full-blown AIDS when you was warned not to even have sex with her, when you was warned to detach from her immediately, when you was warned she's doing black magic over you. You ignored everything I told you. And because you caught full-blown AIDS, you decided you thought you could bully me. You bullied all these people, over 2,000 people. If he did 2,000 people just for me, over 2,000 people, my Lord, how many people did you have bully the other 35 people? They living their life innocent, don't even know where it's coming from. Don't even, just listen. Just like me, it came out of the blue. They're probably trying to figure out, why is everybody turning on me? Why is people treat me like this? And the whole time, this male behind the scenes is upset. I hope the 35 people who is going through this is watching my sermon right now. I'm going to pray to the kingdom parents that this sermon reaches you, because I want you to know you're not crazy. What's going on in your life is real, and I want you to know that you are innocent. Heavenly Father, I have a question. Oh, okay. Okay, the Heavenly Father said the 35 people that he done this to is also watching my sermon right now. You're not crazy. What was going on in your life, the changes, the pullbacks, the isolation, the cyberbullying, the gang stalking. You're not crazy at all. You are right. That is going on in your life. But you're innocent. You had nothing to do with it. Nothing. You are correct. It did spread to your job. You are correct. People was backing away. People was looking at you like you was the worst person in the world. The absolute worst. But I'm here to tell you, you are innocent. And that is why you're still living. Because the kingdom parents saw what was done to you was not right. So every attack that came towards you bounced off of you because you was protected. This male received full-blown AIDS from a witch that I warned them about, that I told them don't have sex with. But they did it anyway. And they have full-blown AIDS. I want the 35 people that's up in the room right now, I want you to know the person that is the bully is also here watching. He's hearing me tell you that no, you're not crazy. Yes, you're seeing exactly what's going on, and you are innocent. You are. I want you to know he has full-blown AIDS. He's very scared behind the scenes, and he's now crying because I exposed him. He took your name and he made many accounts, dating websites, hate organizations, cults and covens. He went and lied to them about you. You don't even know him. This person made a lot of accounts on the internet pretending to be other people, emailing you, pretending to be other people, hoping, excuse me, hoping that you tap on the email to get access to your accounts. This person made sure they went around you to everybody that you knew. They went on your account, researched your friends, your family. This is crazy. It started the lies. And then told the other people to spread the lies out. But to the 35 people that's in the room, you should show gratitude to your kingdom parents or your ancestors while you're still living. They protected you because you were innocent. That's why you're still living. They knew the person was guilty. I have a question for you. Why do you think the kingdom parents made sure you did what you did to me? Why do you think they had you cross my path? Why do you think they had you come to me first before you went to the 35 people after me? Let me tell you why. They had you come to me and do it first so that I can block you from harming the 35 people that came after me. They protected them from every single spell. You had the world come after them, and they protected them against all witchery and trickery and black magic, voodoo, sec- sancteria, necromancy. You even had voodoo dolls made up. And now, everything you did is festering inside of your body right now. Every bit of hatred, every bit of jealousy, every bit of envy, every bit of bitterness is festering inside of your body. I'm going to ask you a question publicly, okay? I want the world to hear it. Heavenly Father, I'm going to show you where you stand. That's what I want to show you. Heavenly Father, publicly, I want to ask you a question. If the answer is no, go towards the screen, please. Let the world see. Heavenly Father, do you want me to heal this person? Yes or no? If it's no, go towards the screen. Heavenly Father, can we clear it out? Ancestors of this individual, do you want me to heal this person? If not, go towards your screen. Let's clear it out. Ancestors of this individual, did you terminate him from your bloodline? If you did terminate him, go towards your screen. Ancestors of this individual, did you remove all spiritual protection from him? If you did, go towards the screen. That says a lot about you, right? That says a lot about you, doesn't it? I went to the Kingdom Parents myself, and they said, no, don't heal him. They said no. Let me tell you why they said no. You took the burden of you catching full-blown AIDS, and then you tried to take that burden and place it on my shoulders. And then you took the same burden out into the world. And you spread every lie to over 2,000 people that you knew would get disciplined for messing with a chosen one. You knew they would get disciplined. You knew it. Confirmation. Do you guys see this confirmation? He purposely lied to all of you because he knew you would get karma. He knew it because he wanted you to hurt. He wanted you to hurt. And he didn't just stop at you, 2,000 people, over 2,000 people. He did not just stop at 2,000 people. He targeted 35 more. Because he made a mistake. And he wanted other people to be held accountable for his mistake. I'm going to tell you something here. You did it to a friend of yours. You didn't think your friend knew that you was bullying them. You didn't think they knew that you had people come after them. But I'm here to tell you they do know. But I'm here to tell you, you destroyed their life. But I'm here to tell you, they're thinking right now how to destroy you. And they're not thinking in a way where they will go tell lies on you so that people can attack you. No, they're not thinking that way. They thinking another way. And the way that they're thinking, you should really watch your back. Because you destroy their life with lies. And you think they don't know about it. But they did just like I did yesterday. They sat down, right? And they started putting all the pieces together. Wait a minute. It couldn't have been my family because they're not in the circle. It couldn't have been my friends because they're not in the circle. It couldn't have been my coworkers because they're not in the circle. It couldn't be my job because they're not in the circle. So who was in my circle that knew everything about me? And just like that, just like I said, oh my God, are you serious? You did that to me after I was good to you? You didn't think they would take the pieces and bring it back to you, but they did. And you destroyed their life with lies. And I'm going to tell you the truth here today. They're contemplating because what you did to them, they cannot restore. And they're contemplating right now. They're not going to no dark practitioners, no witches, warlocks, no magicians, no voodoo priests. No, 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 no. They feel you destroyed them. Let's see if that person's in the room. I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to stop until they're satisfied. I'm telling you publicly what I'm seeing. Heavenly Father, this person, the person that's after this meal, are they in the room watching me here today? This person that's watching this meal, do they have AIDS? Mm. This is not good for you. This person feels you destroyed them. They feel they don't have no reason to live. They feel they're not going out alone. That's how they feel. Because they took all the pieces and they started thinking, how do they know where I work at? How do they contact the employees? How do people know where I live? Why am I getting all these phone calls? Why are these people driving by where I live? Why is people following me? Why is my mail disappearing? They put the pieces together and they said it was one person that knew all this information about me. And they destroyed my life. And for that, they want vengeance. They don't care at this point what happens to them. They want vengeance on you for what you have done. Now, that is one out of the 35. I'm sorry, 36. Imagine if this person knows somebody else that you did it to. And they go tell them. Because people's watching right now. And if they went through the same thing and they put the pieces together and they realize it was you the whole time, you standing in their energy, laughing with them, celebrating with them, eating with them. And the whole time, they're being nice to you. You did it to your friends. You did it to your family members, friends. Mm. You did it to your co-workers, friends. You made sure that nobody would know you, but you did it to one of your own friends. You destroyed their life. And they said, wait a minute. These people are not around me. They couldn't have known this information. But this particular person was around me. They knew everything about me. And all the pieces came back to you. The main piece to the puzzle, and then every piece after that explains everything that happened in your life. And you did this to people for years, which you intended to use for their bad. The Heavenly Father turned it around and used it for their good. Let me talk to and minister to the person who wants vengeance. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for you to take this person out. It's not worth it for you to carry that burden on your shoulders for the rest of your life. I'm asking you here today to let the Heavenly Father and universal earthly mother of nature handle this person for what they have done to you. You cannot give his life the wrath of destruction that they already have in progress as I speak. And their discipline and their wrath will continue in his life now, and it will continue after his life when he leaves the earth. You can rebuild yourself. There's nobody on the planet that can fully destroy your life but the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father seeing your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your soul. And the kingdom parents realizes you were innocent, not guilty. So they're going to make sure that your life is restored. If you go hurt this person, you will be held accountable under judgment just like he is here today. Don't do that. Let's see. Okay. The person who wants to get vengeance on this individual, you're a female. And he gave you AIDS. I want you to listen to me very carefully. I'm going to heal you because you didn't deserve that. And because you're here, and I can see into your spirit, you're a good person. And I don't want you to go into judgment for something that he did to you. So this is what I want you to do. You don't have to do anything else. I'll take care of everything else for you. I want you to get a cup of water. I want you to pray over the water. And then I want you to drink it. I'm going to take my healing. I'm going to put it in that cup of water. And it's going to heal you completely of AIDS. And then I want you to take your testimony. Are you listening to me? You're receiving a way to rebuild your life. Don't be embarrassed about the AIDS. I want you to take the testimony here today. When you heal, I want you to take the testimony, and everybody you see, I want you to let them know about it. And I want you to tell them, you received AIDS from a person who bullied you because they were hurt. So they wanted to hurt you. And because of your innocence, the kingdom parents decided to heal you of AIDS. And that's justice. That's what I want you to do. I want you to forgive this person. It is not for them. It is for you to clear your conscience and to remove the bitterness from your heart, your spirit, and your soul. Do not allow this person to bring hatred, bitterness in your heart because you are innocent in this situation. That's all I need you to do. Take a cup of water, pray over it. I'm going to put my healing in that water from where I'm sitting here right now. Pray over it and drink it. And you will be fully healed of AIDS. Okay. In 5 days from today, I want you to go take a HIV test. And when you take the test, it's going to be negative. And then I want you to go out in the world and share your testimony. This situation that we're all listening to here today is the outcome of a bully. A bully is always hurting from something in their life. The victims, any victim, anywhere, is innocent. A bully has pain, and they want to put that pain on someone else. And the reason why they put that pain on somebody else is because they want attention. And the attention is them feeling powerful because they're hurting somebody. The attention is they want the person to be beneath them. That's why they do it. And when they put it out into the world, they sit back. They watch everybody else do the work for them. Because they also feel the people that they tell lies to, the rumors, the smear campaigns, the hate trains, the people they get involved, they also see as being beneath them, unbeknown to them. They do not realize that they're being manipulated, used, and abused on the planet. Same situation in a school setting. What does the bully do? The bully always have friends around because they see the victim as underneath of them, beneath them. They want to be superior to the target. They always have to show off around the people in their energy. They never, ever stand alone because they're coward. They always have to have backup. They always have to have eyes on them. They will never, ever stand alone. They will always hide behind the scenes. They will always put all the pawns, the spreaders of gossip, the spreaders of lies, the spreaders of rumors. They politely, a lot of people listening to me here today, when they start hearing me put the pieces to the puzzle that he planted upon you, you're going to be like, get the fuck out of here. You didn't see it because he placed an illusion over you. You didn't see it because he mind manipulated you to bring you on board. And like I said, before he even approached any of you, he came up with the lies, the narrative. He had the icing on the cake. He knew with his black magic, he could trick you. He knew. So he threw the bait out. Lie, rumor, narrative. Lie, rumor, narrative. Lie, rumor, narrative. Lie, rumor, narrative. The same thing in school. They spread lies. They recruit. They spread rumors. They recruit. Just like in school, people, right? They went lies all over the internet to humiliate the person. They went and put the lies on every student's phone to increase the humiliation. They sent the stuff through your phones, right? You had group chats, right? This person sat back and planted the seeds into everyone. He knew they would have distributed his work. He mind manipulated everybody. And before he came into your presence, he put an illusion over you so you couldn't see truth and clarity. He took it upon one person. And then that person took it upon 3 people. And then that 3 people took it upon 5 people. The 5 people took it to 5 more people. And it just spread and spread and spread and spread and spread. It went on the internet because what he told you, the lies, the rumors, the narrative was so disgusting. You just had to get it out on the internet. Is it not the same thing they do to the students in school? They plant the seed in the soil. They go to the one person they know is going to maximize it. It's the strategic plan of the bully. Well, if I give it to this person, I know darn well they're going to run with it. They step back. They know that person's going to tell it to 5 people, 5's going to tell it to 10, 10's going to tell it to 25, 25's going to tell it to 50, 50's going to tell it to 150, 150's going to tell it to 350. The person, the bully, steps back and watch his work take place out. Can you imagine that he knows he sent this out to over 2,000 people? He purposely sent it out to over 2,000 people to attack a chosen one. I am the Messiah now, from the promotion from the kingdom. But he planted the seed in certain places with a person he knew would grow it out. And he sat back. And he let all those over 2,000 people do the work for him. He just sat back. He knew people would take it out on the internet. He sat back. He gave out jobs to some people. You do this, and then you do that, and then you do that. They had no idea. He sent them out to plant the seeds too, and they expanded. And the whole time he knew, you can't mess with a chosen one. So he wanted over the 2,000 people that he recruited to hurt, to get karma. Some of them he put in poverty. Some of them he made sick. Some of them was becoming homeless. Some of them lost their jobs. Some people lost their loved ones because he had them do death spells. Some people lost their finances. Some people got in car accidents because he wanted people to do car accident spells. He sat back. Some people traveled to Africa, Liberia, for him to get to witch doctors, voodoo priests, because of a lie, a rumor, and a narrative. He watched everybody magnify the seeds. And he sat back. That wasn't good enough for him. He needed to do more. So he went on the website. He took the picture of me, put it on the letterhead, wrote the most hated letter to the hate organizations. He went on a dating website, put my picture, put I was promiscuous, put things on there that I would never even mention out my mouth, put things on there that I would never even do to my temple. I have all these men driving by my home. Wait, how do these people even know where I live? These is all over the years. These are the puzzle pieces I'm picking up. How do they even know my address? And he's just sitting back, watching everybody do the work. Listen to me. I'm not just talking about New Jersey. I'm talking about this went into other states. He sat back and watched. Listen, He didn't just sit back for me. He sat back and watched 35 other people planted the seed. It grew. It went beyond New Jersey into other states to destroy a person's life. You need help. You really need mental help. That you would just take a life and purposely place trauma in it because of a mistake you made in your life. You placed it in 36 other people's lives when they had absolutely nothing to do with it. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be. This is a problem in our world today. This is what I'm asking the whole world to do, so that we can stop having young people commit suicides on this planet because they get bullied. And the adults, too. Over 2,000 of you also got bullied. He took your free will, bent it, mind manipulated you, placed illusions over you, used a glamour spell on him so that you could see not past the mask. Cried a river, told a lie, a rumor, and made the tears fit into the narrative. And everybody jumped on. Not realizing you was manipulated. Not realizing you was getting bullied. Getting bullied right into karma so you can get hurt. He sat back. I don't have to do no work. I'll let all of y'all do it for me. Yep. People sitting back wondering, wait, I know my black magic's good and it worked before. Why is it not working on her? Innocent. Wait, I know my black magic's good, my death spells is good, my accident spells are good. Why is it not working on these 35 other people? Because they're innocent. That's why. There you have it. And when the kingdom parents and their ancestors see that they are innocent, they're going to place every single kingdom army around them to make sure they are protected. Parents of young people, I know you talk to your children, but I'm asking that you talk to them even more. Because anytime they're dealing with something in regards of their peers, they will not tell you about it because they feel they can handle it until it's too late. So I'm asking parents that you would increase your conversations with them, that you would listen for any changes in their energy, their voice, their time. Most of the time, When students get bullied, they like the isolation. They don't want to bother you with it. We want them to bother us with it. Your child gets manipulated. We had over 2,000 adults here today that was manipulated, that was bullied, and they're adults. And it happened to them. So if it can happen to an adult, you can understand that your child is maximized to them. Especially when they think they're losing control. That's not good. We never want a child to think they're losing control and then they feel as though they don't want to bother you because of it. We want them to be open and talk to us, right? No matter what. So increase in your conversations with them and give them some extra time in your schedule. For teenagers or children, I feel all parents should have had a dedicated day, one dedicated day. One. I understand you're working. I understand you're tired. But if we want to cut down the suicides of our young people, take one day and pamper them. One day to sit them up on a pedestal. One day, let them plan it out. And you come. Not you plan it out. And they come. Let them plan it out. And you come with them. Let them feel it's their day. Everybody, parents, need an outlet. And the outlet we want them to choose is yours, not another outlet, not another person, not another drug, and not alcohol. We want the outlet to be you. And I'm here to tell you, parents, there's a lot of bullying going on in the schools. A lot. There's a lot of cliques going on in the schools. I just want you to be on top of it before they go back next month so that we won't have any suicides because they feel they're losing control and they feel they don't want to bother you with it. So they decide to make it easy for everybody by ending their lives. I received yesterday a bigger look into bullying and how people were manipulated behind the scenes. How they used black magic glamour spells so that you couldn't see through the mask. You would believe the lies, the rumors. You would believe the narrative. And there was more than one narrative spoken. It was. But they wouldn't have been able to come in if the one narrative wasn't created. Are you following me? So just know, I'm looking at this spiritually, not from the flesh. If I looked at it from the flesh, I would be limited, restricted, full of noise and distractions. So I'm not looking at it from here, because if I looked at it from here, I couldn't see the truth. I'm stuck. But yesterday, I went to the spirit. Show me all the pieces. Bring all the pieces to the puzzle together. Show me the repeated patterns of the puzzle extension. And show me where it all leads back to. And I said, oh my God, are you serious? This is what I'm asking. When you hear something, anything about anybody, Step back. Person's energy and will start uplifting off of you. Hit it and don't step back. They got you. I don't know how to tell you. They got you. And when you have people in a group come together, it is easier for them to bind you as one whole, as a manipulation mind tactic congregations, than to bind you by yourself and have you carry it out to bring more people in to be binded. Easier to do it as a group. I just said over 2,000 people. How do you think you keep on doing it over and 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 over again? You keep doing it. It's because they binded you all together. Confirmation. As you came into the group, they binded your energy. I promise you. If you was to go out to the 2,500 person, right? And you ask them to tell you the lie, the rumor, and the narrative, I promise you, it will not be the original. I promise you that. Because everybody that came to added another twist that was mind manipulation. Unbeknown to all of you. They manipulated your mind. And then they binded all of you. Why? Because you're in the same, Heavenly Father's breaking it down. You all were in the same orbit of darkness. They all brought you to a place of darkness where you couldn't see anything. And they worked all in here on you. Words of mind manipulation is black magic. It's bending your free will, bring it into your energy, and when you step into it, you signing on to it. You stepped into it, you listened to it, you repeated, and you signed it with your energetic signature. When you repeat it, you consecrated the black magic in your energy. It's called word magic. This is why. By the time you got from the bully to the time you got out to the 2,500th person, the whole narrative, the first lie, and the first rumor is way off. Way off. If you go to the 1,000 person and you ask them, what was the narrative? It wouldn't be the same. Neither would the lie nor the rumor. They used word magic, mind manipulation on all of you. They placed an illusion upon you so you couldn't see truth and clarity. And then they placed a glamour spell over them so that you would believe them. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. Okay? Parents, the young people in the schools, they're teaching them black magic. They're teaching it to them. Nobody talks about it. As a matter of fact, parents, they don't even want you to know that they're teaching these children black magic in school, using it. This is why, parents, it is so easy to pull in more and more and more students to bully your child. They're using mind manipulation. The student knows how to put a glamour spell over her or him. It is a mask. They're seeing something that's not there. They place the illusions over the students. They use word magic. So by the time it spreads, they're putting a spin on it, their own spin. It's like they're using their power and their energy to feed off of. Ooh, Heavenly Father, He said they're energy vampire. Wow. Huh. I never even looked at it that way. I never even looked at it that way. They bully the target in hopes that the target would act out, snap, curse them out, retaliate. It's to siphon their energy, their life force, their power. And then they get the people that they recruit. Heavenly Father. Oh my goodness. They get the people that they recruit. And if you really think about it, you're acting out. You're retaliating. And the person sitting back, the bully, is siphoning your energy. Oh my Lord. They siphoning your power. They siphoning your life force because you brought your energy into the darkness. You authorized darkness to enter into your light, and the person is using the power of you. Wow. They're using the power of you to cloak them. That's crazy. Confirmation. That's why they had you do all the work. Anything that came back from the black magic. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. Whew, I had no idea it was going to go down this way, Heavenly Father, but I see you're telling me exactly how it went down. Let's say there was 2,999 of you recruited. The person binded all 2,999 people. And you went out, right? Because you took in the lie, you took in the rumor, and you retaliated, right? So you retaliating out your power, retaliating out your energy, retaliating out your life force, right? They sitting back. They ain't doing nothing, right? They're collecting 2,999 people's power, energy, life force. The energy vampire is just siphoning it up. That's why they binded you all together. They went further than that. Anything returned, Lord have mercy. Anything casted out from wherever you are. They could be in Africa. They could be in Russia. They can be in Puerto Rico. It don't matter. What matters is they have all the consecrated energetic signatures binded. They personally step back. They let you use your power, your energy, your life force. They siphoned it. They needed to get you in a low vibration. And then they siphoned off of you. They went outside the 2,999 people, confirmation. They went outside. They stayed outside. They stepped back. They watched you do everything, all the work. They watched people travel to Africa, Liberia, Ghana. They watched you travel. You were still binded. The whole group was binded. Whatever you cast it out. Whatever. They knew the backfire would have to go through 2,999 people before it even came back to them. They knew the 2,999 people's families would get hurt. Whew, Father. They knew. It would have to go through. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. The Heavenly Father is just like download, 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 download. They knew. The backfires would have to go through 2,999 bloodlines before it even hit the bully. In other words, the 2,999 people that he binded their bloodlines too. He knew whatever spells was casted, it would have to go through number one's bloodlines first before it reached number two's bloodline, before it reached number 1,000's bloodlines. It would have to go through 1,000 bloodlines away from him before the backfires ever reached him. Are y'all following me? He knew it had to go through 1,500 bloodlines, the backfires, before it ever came back to him. He knew it had to go through the backfires, 2,999 bloodlines before it ever came back to him. And I can promise you, he cloaked himself. Even if it did make it through the 2,999 bloodlines, it wouldn't hit him. Why? Because he already siphoned. Ooh, Heavenly Father. He already siphoned 2,999 people's power, energy and life force. You was giving it to him when you was retaliating, when you was putting the lies out. He set the stage. This is crazy. He set the stage and expanded it out to the audience. I can't, Heavenly Father, with this one. He planted the seed on stage and watched it expand out into the audience. You was putting the power out with the lies, the rumors, the narrative, and he was sucking it all up, sitting back watching. It's the same thing with bullies in school. They watch. They're watching the target. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. If the target is not affected, they recruit more. They tell more lies. They expand the narrative. It's only to bring in more power, more energy, and more life force so that they can siphon that too. Especially if they get haters, they know they're going to rage up. Right? They're going to rage. I'm going to get them, I'm going to get them, I'm going to get them. They know if they tell you something that's going to escalate your rage, it's going to make you go. They might say to you, yeah, when I was younger, they stole from me. When I was younger, they locked me up. When I was younger, they touched my child. What are you going to do? You're going to jump on it. You're going to rage, right? You're going to go crazy. You're going to go spread the lie to, if you can get to millions of people in your rage, you're going to do it. You putting out the energy. And the energy vampire is sucking it all up. They knew you would respond to it. They knew it. So they planted the seed. They used word magic. And they manipulated the mind. So if you have 2,999 people raging, can you imagine how many years they've taken off of your life? Because you raging, you bringing trauma to the body, and you spitting out your power. And the person sitting back. You already binded your energy to him. He already binded you. And he just sat back. And he's watching you rage. And all that you putting out. The hate. The envy and the jealousy. Everything you putting out of your mouth using your power, your energy. He's sucking it up right through the binding of you. I just told y'all. He had full-blown AIDS, didn't I? The Heavenly Father's bringing the pieces more together. I just told you he had full-blown AIDS, right? He recruited people. Told you a lie, a rumor, a narrative. You jumped on it, rage. He binded everybody. I told you he had gifts, right? He binded everybody. Listen, he binded your bloodline because you consecrated the spell when you jumped on board. Soon as the first word came out your mouth, you consecrated the binding. You raised up. He knew the more he could get you to rage up, the more of your power and energy and life force you would gift him. And listen to me. By the time it went out to other states, those people didn't even know who he was because he sat in the background and watched and siphoned and harvested and stole people's energy, power, and life force. The people out in other states don't even know where the original lie, rumor, and narrative came from. They're going off of what other people told them. And I told everybody by the time it got to the 2,999th person, everybody put a spin on it. So if the person, the 2,999 person, don't even know the originator, then that means they're going to take on every single spin from the 2,998th person. What do they need to verify it for? They won't. The person who they're getting it from, they trust them. They believe it. So the originator, the bully, sits back. Since they use your energetic signature, oh my Lord, Father, are you serious here? Since you used, oh my Lord, that's how he was bonding people. Wow. That's how he was bonding people. My Lord. He was bonding you through word magic. Wow. The more I get into spirituality, the more I learn. All you had to do was repeat it. All you had to do was repeat the lie, the rumor, and the narrative, and he binded you through word magic. You consecrated the black magic when you repeated it. Confirmation. Wow. And he gained access into your bloodlines through your energetic signature, which means, oh my Lord, oh man, oh man, wow. Which means he used you, right? This is some deep shit. He used your energetic signature to access your bloodline, where he could go into anybody that came through your energetic signature. He could go through you, use you as a portal to siphon, harvest, and steal their power, energy, and life force too. Your children. This is crazy. Your grandchildren. Your great grandchildren. He did all of this. Oh, my Lord. He did all of this to elongate his life with AIDS. That's why he did it. He did all of this to elongate his life off of AIDS by taking years off of yours. And he did it all through word magic to bind you. He did it through 35 other people. He got the haters to come against them. They repeated the lie, the rumor, even the smear campaigns. Everything you was doing, he was pulling from you. He was pulling from your life force. This is crazy. The smear campaigns, the hate trains, the lies, the rumors, the narrative. He all used it for his best interest, all to accumulate, elongate his life in AIDS and take some off of yours. He never thought I would expose him here today. The more you spread it, repeated it, the more of your power and your energy and your life force years he stole, he siphoned, he harvested off of you. And anybody that came through your energetic signature, your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. He used you as a portal to get to them. He binded you. He used you as a pass through. Because if he binded your energetic signature, right? If he binded yours, he had access to your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren through the binding. Confirmation. That's what he did. He watched the target to see if the attacks was affecting. Because see, he went after the targets because he would get a real energetic boost off of a death. So that's why he went after the 36 targets. But he made you work. He got something out of every seed he planted. The target, the pawns on the board, and your bloodlines. He had access in 3 ways as he sat back and he watched everybody work. The target, the recruiters, and the bloodlines. He knew when somebody died in your family, he knew why. Yet he said nothing. He knew he could elongate. He pulled their death through the binding of you. He knew while people was dying in your bloodlines. He was pulling to increase himself in years, in health, with AIDS. Damn. I'm not only going to feed off of all the people I recruited, and I seen 2,500 and something in just mine. Can you imagine any other 35 people, how many people he recruited? And he's just sitting back. He binded everybody. You don't have to see him. You don't even have to know him. All you need to do in this word magic is repeat it. And when you repeat it, he binded you. He bent your free will, manipulated you. You believed it, you repeated it, and his binding magic worked. Damn. He was hoping that your family members did die. People out in the world don't even know it's him doing it. I said he sit back. He's a parasitic, energetic vampire. He sits back and let all the people do the work. Bringing out hate, envy, jealousy. Expanding out his lies, his rumors, his narrative. And the whole time, through his binding of you, he's just pulling it all in. You wondering why you're exhausted and tired. You thinking, oh man, I'm really working hard to get these lies and rumors out and these smear campaigns and hate trains and narratives. That's not it. It is him. Every time you put it out, he pulling a whole big load of your power and energy and life force through the binding for him. That's why you're exhausted. He's siphoning, harvesting, and stealing your energy, unbeknown to you. If you're wondering why you're exhausted, I just gave you the answer. He binded you. And your bloodline. Because he's working through you as the portal to get to your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. He's using you as a familiar. What do I mean by that? He don't know you, but you know your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. So he's using you as a familiar, meaning a portal in their energy to pull from them. That's crazy, Father. Woo, confirmation. So he set everybody up to be hurt on purpose. He said, everybody's going to pay for me catching AIDS. And I'm going to steal from you your power, your life force. And I'm going to take some years off your life because I want mine elongated off of you. So this is why he watches the targets. Is the attacks working or not? Do I need to increase them or not? Do I need more people or not? Should I tell him to go get a practitioner, a voodoo doctor, a voodoo priest, a witch, a warlock, an illusionist, a magician, a hitman, a spiritual hitman? When I tell you, yo, he played people as pawns on a game board. Damn. That's what he did. He watched the target. If he didn't see nothing happening, he started asking people, well, do you know a dark practitioner? Do you know a voodoo priest? He asked the Colts and Covens, are y'all working with anybody outside the state, outside the country? They said, yeah. He said, well, can we get in touch with them? And they got in touch with them. And as soon as they did the magic, he binded them. So he had access into them and their bloodline too. People often ask me when I see them, do I ever get lonely? No. Never. When we have things like this going on in the world, I love that I'm not a part of it. This shows me I'm not missing out on anything. This shows me I'm not a part of this cruelty, this manipulation, these dark arts. But it gives me a first-hand look at how they do it, when they do it, who they do it to. And most of the time when they do it to people, they're innocent. They don't even know what's going on. They're so exhausted. They're wondering, wait a minute, I'm eating right, I'm exercising, I am not working that hard. Why am I so tired? They binded you. So if you're here in a group setting, a hate group, I would suggest to you that you very quickly find somebody to break the bond. Because since he has full-blown AIDS, it is going to keep pulling on your life force until everything you have in you is within him, and you shall die. Heavenly Father, the statement that I just made, if it's true, can you go towards the screen, please? Your immune system is getting compromised by the binding to this person that has full-blown AIDS. It is pulling on your power, your energy, and the years on your life. It is decreasing them and adding them to his. That's what he did. So now you know. That's why he set up the targets. That's why they keep watching the targets like he's watching me. He's saying, wait, why is the black magic, hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, necromancy not bothering her, not affecting her? Why is she not sick? Why is she not dead? Why is she not in a car accident? Why is she not put out on the street? Why did she not lose her home? Why is she not in poverty? This is what he's saying. When I got all these people working for me behind the scenes, All these people working for me in other states. All these practitioners and witch doctors and voodoo priests working for me outside the country. Why is she okay? Why is the 35 people I did it to still standing? Why are they not sick? Why are they not homeless? Why are they not in poverty? I want y'all to think about that for a minute. Because if the 36 targets, right, is still standing and nothing happened to them, where do you think it's going to? He knew it. Are you listening to me? He knew all the spell work would backfire on all of you if it did not affect us. Everybody was a pawn on the game board. And he didn't care whose bloodline he had to bring down to get what he wanted. And that was to increase his years in life off of you in your bloodlines. That was the seed that was planted. You thought confirmation. You're thinking, oh, they did do all that? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm going to get them. Yep. Let me get them. And the whole time, after the tears and the crying facade, he's sitting back laughing at everybody. Now let me just sit here and take and take and take and take. How many? 2,500 for me. I don't know how many more for the 35 people. And he binded you to get access into your bloodline. So if you want to go today and siphon your child's energy, he just goes through the portal with you. You're the familiar in your family. You're not really going to recognize what he's doing. He already placed the illusion over you. So when your child gets sick, you're going to think the child is just getting sick. You're not going to put two and two together. That somebody is siphoning, harvesting, and stealing your child's energy, using you as the portal, as the familiar to the child. You can't see it because you're in the flesh. You can't see it because you're restricted, limited, full of noise and distractions. The distractions and the noise in you is spreading the live, rumor, narrated story over and over again. And you're just pulling it in. Confirmation. And then when he wants the pure energy, are you listening to me, brothers and sisters? Because if I was you, I would go get that cut. You need to go find somebody and cut the energetic cord, cut the soul tie, and cut the binding spell as soon as possible. Because he will use the portal, he will use you as the familiar of your children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren to get their pure energy through you. Confirmation. Confirmation. He put all of you on the board. This was a game to him. and all of you are the pawns. Shit. The Heavenly Father is showing me this another way. Are you serious? He went and got some wealthy people involved with this. The wealthy people, by the time they heard the lie, the rumor, the smear campaign, hate train, and the narrative, they had no idea who the originator was, who the bully was. They had no idea, right? But they went. They didn't check into the story. They went, spread it, lie, rumor, smear campaign, hate train. They jumped on. They were spreading it around. They consecrated in their energy. He binded them to him. Whoa, listen. People going to start getting sick. And it's him. He's just pulling. He binded some wealthy people. Wow. I talked about, and he could be doing this to more than just wealthy people. I talked about the currency of your energy on money. I can't. Oh my goodness. The wealthy people consecrated the word magic. They repeated it. He binded them too, right? He's using them as a portal too. He siphoned harvest and steal their energy. He takes the wealthy person's energy, whoever it may be, he takes their energy and he wears it. I said he has gifts, right? He wears the wealthy person's energy and he meets people wearing the wealthy person's energy so they think he's wealthy. I cannot, Father. I can't. He's already not looking sick, right? Because he has all these people. He's siphoning their energy, their power, and he's stealing their years, elongating his, so he do not look sick. So he goes and presents himself, walking in the energy of a wealthy person. He will wear your energy into a job. Lord have mercy. They will feel the presence of a wealthy person and they will hire him. even if he don't have 1% of experience. It is because of the wealthy person's energy they're feeling. They're going to bypass that and hire him. I can't, Father. This is how the young lady received full-blown AIDS from him. He came off. He really broke. But he came off as a wealthy person. It didn't matter what he looked like. In her energy, she felt wealth. And because of what she looked like, because she is a woman, and the other witch gave him full-blown AIDS, he felt the need to trick her, hurt her, to give it to her in revenge of the witch that gave it to him. He didn't look sick at all. He's pulling in thousands of people's energy through his binding magic. I can't. Now he's binding up people to walk in their energy. I'm going to tell you, that's a reincarnated, ancient, parasitic energy vampire. That's who that is. Who's working his way through the world because he's hurt, because he got AIDS. He's hurting innocent people. Confirmation. Wealthy people, if you stated the lies, the rumors, the narratives, he used word magic, he binded you. Unbeknown to you, he did. All you had to do was state it. It didn't matter how many spins people put on it. All you had to do was state it. And he binded you through word magic. Now that he has an attachment to you, he can take your energy through the binding. Look at the confirmations. He can take your energy through the binding. I said he siphon and harvest and steal it, right? He's taking it and wearing it in the presence of others. When they step in his energy, they feel wealth, but he's broke. Flat broke. He's taking people's names and getting credit cards in it, debit cards. He's taking loans out in people's names, unbeknown to people. But his crimes is catching up. Because more is going out than what's coming in. I hope the FBI is looking at this one. He's trying to even out the debt. But the more he keep getting debit cards, the more he keep taking loans out on credit cards, debit cards, the more loans he keep taking. He got to put out more. So he keep doing it with different people's names. But there's more going out than coming in. So the debt is increasing. He's not working nowhere. The debt is getting higher and higher and higher. They're going to catch up to him. Because everything he did is coming out. It's coming back. He even used the wealthy people's, oh, Lord have mercy. Who, Heavenly Father, this should have been a worldwide lesson. This should have been on a stage for everybody to watch this one. He's taking the wealthy people's energy. Who, Father? He's taking the wealthy people's energy, walking into the bank, and the energy of a wealthy person. We're talking about a con artist, a scam artist. Listen, he got gifts, and he uses black magic. And believe me when I tell you, this is the type of person, right? He can have a bank account at this bank, but the bank account don't have to be in his name. It could be in somebody else's name, and he got the credentials in the other person's name with his picture. And as he comes into the bank these 10 times, right? He's watching the person that he's going to come in, right? He's studying them. He's going to watch the person that he's going to come in and ask for a loan. All 10 times, he's scoping them out, listening to them talk, watching them walk, seeing what they're doing, how they sit, how they stand, how they conversate. He's taking it all in until he's ready to make his move. He'll go retrieve the wealthy person's energy. Confirmation. Listen to me, FBI officers. I'm trying to tell you how he's doing it. He'll walk in the wealthy person's energy. He'll come back to the bank, to the person that he was scoping out over time. He'll go sit down. He's going to know every single thing to say to that person. He's going to use mind manipulation on that person. He's going to use word magic on that person. He's going to be sitting there in a wealthy person's energy. And they're going to give him the loan. They're going to give it to him. But the loan that they're giving it to him is not his name. He takes these things into the energy and bend their free will. He comes off as being wealthy, but he's not. He's a con artist, a scammer, a thief of joy, a thief of love. A thief of life. But he's running into a problem because one is not covering the other. He has more debt than intake. He's running out of taking people's names on credit cards, debit cards, and getting loans off the credit cards. Cash advances. He's running out of options. So the intake is changing. The output is increasing. It's getting difficult for him to go in and get a loan. All his bridges is getting burnt. He knows he's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's still here, y'all. He's still crying. And right now, he know he's busted. Right now, he know I just exposed everything. Every piece to the puzzle. Every pattern of what he has been doing to people behind the scenes. You know you're in trouble. You're in deep, 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 deep trouble. You have stolen a lot of identities. You have placed them in people's names, credit cards, debit cards. You even got loans off of people's names. Listen to me, FBI officers, agents, This person right here has things in his own home under people's names. Oh, that surprised you. I knew that, huh? They're not even in his name. They're in other people's names. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do today. You have taken advantage over a lot of people's lives. A lot. You have made innocent people. And brothers and sisters, let me say this. All of you who jumped on a hate train, smear campaign, lies, rumors, and narratives, all of you were victims too. Not just the targets. You was too. All of you. Because he got things in your names too. Unbeknown to you. He do. Credit cards, debit cards, different bank accounts, loans, cash advances. So not only is the targets victims, all of you are victims too. And do you know what his outcome plan was for all of you? It was to sacrifice you. For a life insurance policy. And believe me, they're already printed up with your credentials on it and your DocuSign signature. So not only is he keeping an eye on the targets, he's keeping an eye on every last one of you. He's keeping an eye to see if you're getting weaker from him pulling in, siphoning, harvesting your energy, power, and life force. He's looking at you to see if the years he's stealing off of your life force is affecting your health. And now he's sitting here. He can't say nothing behind the screen, all he doing is crying. Because he know I'm completely 1,000%, 1,000,000%, 1,000,000,000,000% correct. You know you're in trouble. And you know it's catching up to you. And now you're scared. Because I just told everything that you've done to innocent people. Your debt is increasing and you're running out of options. The credit cards are maxed out. So you can't get no money that way. You're not working. The loan, the money's running out. Your hands are tied. You're trying to figure out, how am I going to get out of this deficit? I'm getting ready to remove your main money way. That's what I'm getting ready to do. You're heading into poverty and you know it. You also know that AIDS is increasing and you don't have no money to get the medicine. So you cry. Confirmation. You know everything's catching up to you. Everything you did to thousands of people to take years off their life to elongate yours. Here's what I'm going to do. Universe, the Galactic Galaxy Federation, Kingdom Parents, Kingdom Council, Kingdom, Ascending Masters, Avenging Angels, Kingdom Warriors, Gods of this planet, Earth, Air, Fire, and Water, under my authority, break every single bind right now to this person. Sever, terminate every energetic cord, every soul tie right now under my authority. Release every victim right now. Restore, rebirth, resurrect, rejuvenate every victim of this person and bring every crime to the forefront in his life right now. Block every single finance he tries to receive right now. Block it. Consecrate it. And mark his judgment in the book of life, in the book of the Akashic records, in the book of the principalities. Now, what you gonna do? What can you do? Nothing. Everything you've done to everybody on this planet, will be maximized in your energetic signature right now. Delegate me down here right now. One death angel for you. You think I was going to sit here and let you play God in thousands of people's lives? That will never happen. But I will play the Messiah in your life like I am right now. You will not receive any more money on this planet. You will not harvest, steal, or siphon anybody else's power, energy, life force, or their years. As a matter of fact, universe, the years he stole from everybody, remove it now and give it back to them. Under my authority, place it back in their energetic signatures now. Whatever illnesses you have within your DNA right now, bring it to the forefront now. You will never in your existence play God in anybody else's life. Today you're going to learn a lesson. You didn't have the power You didn't have the power. You're not the jury, judge, or executioner on this planet. You never was, and you never will be. You're under judgment right now, and it's counting down quick. You're going to be leaving this planet soon. For the injustices, confirmation. I only speak truth and clarity. You're leaving. You don't have rights to come against humanity like that, to feed off of people like that, to elongate your life off of innocent victims like that. You're leaving. And let me answer a question for you right now. I don't want your apology. I want you out of here. That's what I want. For what you have done on this planet. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. This is not only a lesson for him. He failed his test. But this is a lesson for you. Be careful what you choose to bring out your mouth. In your power. I don't care how dark you are. You have life inside of you. You have light inside of you. And you have light inside of you. Confirmation. Be very careful what you choose to bring out your mouth. In your power. Because somebody can bind you from stating words. And nobody wants to give access through a binding spell into the lives of your families. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Watch your mouth. Because you have people on this planet that will set you up to benefit them. Not you, them. just like we see here today. I am not going to sit back here and watch your family members keep losing their lives because you decided to speak out your mouth hate, envy, and jealousy, where it's affecting your children, your grandchildren, and your great grandchildren getting fed on by a parasitic, energetic vampire just because of the words you brought out your mouth. You gave him access to your family. Now he's going to dry up like a prune and be out of here. So make this be a lesson not just for him, but for you too. Watch what you bring out your mouth. For you never know who's in the background willing to bind you to them and your bloodlines too. That's why I'm here. I can't teach you if I don't sit in the fire myself, right? I can't teach you if I can't put the pieces to the puzzle together, right? I can't teach you if I don't go through the patterns myself until I sit down, take a look, and see why the patterns are repeating for years without getting to the source of the problem. Don't allow a source of this magnitude to do to you what they decided to do to me and 35 other people on this planet who was innocent. Watch your mouth, brothers and sisters on this planet. Words are dangerous. Words will get you binded up. Words will get access into your families to be fed on from a parasitic, energetic vampire like today. To the female who I healed here today of AIDS, you're completely healed. You want to drink water for the next 5 days, stay away from the sugars, eat your fruits and vegetables. You can go get tested 5 days out. It will be negative. Vengeance is not the way, my sister. That don't do nothing but get you judgment. Go to your Heavenly Father and universal earthly mother of nature for help. But vengeance is not it. If you would have committed vengeance, you would have been doing the same exact thing he did. Go against humanity. And that's a battle you will never win on this planet. Never. I don't care who you are. You won't win that one. My dearest sister, keep your legs closed. You're too pretty of an individual. You have a good head on your shoulders. Keep your legs closed until you find a divine spouse. And then you make sure he get tested. And you get tested to make sure neither of you are sick. And then you marry him, then you open your legs. But until then, I want you to know, there's a lot of men out here in the world who use glamour spells. What you see when you look at them is not who they are. You have to be careful of that. This is what I want you to do, because this is a very good lesson for you too. And you got healed from it. Stop living from the flesh. Because you can't see in truth and clarity living in the flesh. You're restricted, limited, full of noise and distractions here. I need you to live in the spirit. How do you live in the spirit? Start praying introvertly in the spirit, and then you start listening for answers from your kingdom parents and your ancestors. Start there. But my dearest sister, you have another opportunity. Don't learn lessons and pass tests here. That's why you didn't see this individual had AIDS. Live from the spirit out. When you have a light illuminating your way, you will not miss anything on this planet. But when you go from here to darkness, which is surrounding the outside of your suit, you will be blinded and not see anything. Take it from me. I have a lot of experience in it, both sides, light and dark. And that is why I can see what you cannot see in the dark. I want you to take your testimony out and share it to your sisters and brothers out here the same age you are, so that they don't look at a person, cannot see through their mask, and they get AIDS too. Take your testimony out into the world and help people so they won't get AIDS too. Confirmation from the Heavenly Father himself and universal earthly mother nature. On that note, brothers and sisters, I'm out of here. I'm going to go enjoy myself in the park today, and I might just get me a piece of strawberry shortcake again, because that's what life is all about. The overflow, happiness, joy, contentment, peace, and everything you do in your life, enjoy it. Stay away from low vibrations and keep yourself in a high vibration. I promise you, when you do, your emotions are in check. You turn them off when you want, you turn them on when you want. When you live life that way, you will maintain balance, stability, and peace in your life. You will. I'm living it. Enjoy life. It's short. The next minute's not promised to nobody. Be nice, kind, compassionate. Carry the love out in the world. Expand your light. Shine like beacons. That you're proud to be here in humanity. For yourself, for your Heavenly Father's life. And your universal earthly mother of nature's nurturing and nourishment. You won't get it from nobody else here. Just them. Enjoy it. Okay, brothers and sisters? I love each and every one of you. May the Kingdom Parents continue to bless you, restore you, rebirth you, resurrect you, and rejuvenate you. Until next time, everyone, I am the Messiah, your divine authority. Blessings.